Would you trade your real life for a pretended virtual life? I hope you say no, but there's a lot of people doing just that, living their lives on their devices. Now, devices are just tools, and tools are not inherently evil. A hammer isn't evil. It can build a house or kill a man. Same with phones, tablets, computers. The internet can do amazing things, but more and more people are being sucked into a virtual, artificial, degraded online existence. That's the battle today. Virtual life versus real life. Think about it. Scripture constantly warns us about fakes. Fake gods like the pagan idols. Fake miracles like Simon the sorcerer did. Fake holiness like the hypocrites. And today, the list of fakes is endless. Fake friends, fake personas, fake photos, fake attention, fake intimacy, fake body parts, fake relationships, along with fake research, fake essays, fake sympathy notes, all generated by AI. Small children, instead of being tended and nurtured, are handed tablets for hours on end. Teens are totally consumed by their phones. I remember a road trip with a bunch of teenage guys in a van. Here they were, a bunch of guys on a road trip, and they're on their phones. Two of them were interacting with each other. They were playing a game against each other on their phones. Now, pretending isn't always bad. Look at Matthew 11. Jesus mentions children playing in the marketplace. Sometimes they play wedding. Sometimes they play funeral. Adults don't play wedding, they actually get married. Adults don't play funeral, they actually go to real funerals for people in real grief. But little children should be playing. Your little boy plays with plastic cars and trucks. Your little girl puts her plastic doll down for a pretend nap. Why? Because they're not old enough to be in charge of the real thing. So children play and learn, and that's great. But here's the sad thing. Today, it's often the adults that are pretending. Grown men who should be living real lives and marrying real women are stuck in Never Never Land. Here's an example that may sound all too familiar. In one marriage, the husband wasn't really providing for his wife. He would come home from a dead-end job to his mom's basement where they lived, ignore his wife, and play combat video games until early morning, finally go to bed, get up, come back, repeat. Why do you suppose he chose that particular game? I think I know. He wanted to feel like a man. The reality, he was an overgrown child, pretending to be a man with his face glued to a screen. The irony was, she needed him to be a real man, but he chose pretending over real life. Games aren't evil, but when pretend life replaces real life, you've got a problem. And let's talk about the bigger trap, porn. It's not intimacy, it's not love, it's not real, it's fake. She doesn't know you, she doesn't care about you, she's in it for the money. And for any strange woman, Proverbs 5:8 has the answer. Keep your way far from her. But millions of men are addicted. Even secular universities admit the damage and are offering help for recovering porn addicts because they see these guys who are so warped by porn they can't function with a real woman. It's an epidemic. It's ruining a lot of young people and a lot of old people and a lot of marriages. But Jesus offered a solution to this very problem when he said, if your eye offends you, pluck it out. For a lot of people today, that means cutting off private internet access altogether. And we need to be okay with taking radical steps like that in order to be pure. And parents, wake up and take this seriously. A 13-year-old told me, my dad gave me a smartphone for my birthday. I wish he'd never given it to me. You might let your boy have a dog. You wouldn't let him have a rattlesnake. You wouldn't hand the keys to the car to a child too immature to handle it. Don't hand a rifle to a child not old enough to respect it. And don't give internet access to children not mature enough to handle it. You're not giving them freedom, you're giving them chains. And it's not just pornography. Social media is destroying kids too, feeding insecurity, anxiety, depression, and more. But God calls us to real life. He created real men, real women, real marriages, real work, real love. So let your kids play. But how about outdoors? How about real soccer, real basketball, real play, real friends? And even more than that, teach them to live real lives, to love real people, and to serve the real Creator, not the father of lies. Don't live life virtually. Step into the real world God made for His glory and for your good.